Lakini,
yeah.
Do you need the president to do these things? Do you need the president on the ground
yes.
for a last mile connectivity project to start and get finished? Or for a mega dam to be put in a government project?
Eric,
or for a fence to be completed?
Eric, we don't need the president for these things to happen, but I'm sure from where you sit, you know that the government never has enough resources for everybody.
Yeah.
So what we do in terms of lobbying is, in fact, there are times I have even had to invite the chair of budget to my county for him to visualize, see how difficult and how the hardships my people have to go through, for him to understand. When the president comes to Laikipia County and I show him a farmer who had grown all his crops and have been harvested by elephants, it is at that point that he'll make it a priority that this electric fence needs to come up above in the priority list against what had actually been prioritized.
But why? Look, you are elected. You plus how many MPs are there in Laikipia? Laikipia
we
East,
have
West?
three members of parliament plus myself.
Plus you?
Yes.
You 4 are in parliament?
Yes.
And your job is to represent your constituencies?
Yes.
You representing the entire county or the constituency in parliament?
Yes.
And you say these are the issues?
Yeah.
And your job is to lobby fellow MPs to allocate budgetary resources to these areas, right?
Yes.
And then that goes to the executive for the executive to implement. Now you're toppling the apple cart here and saying it should start by the head of the executive coming to see a farmer who does not have a fence, and then the head of the executive going and putting it as a priority project for you to get. That means you failed as an MP.
No, Eric, you've turned my words around. Remember, I first mentioned the market before I mentioned the fence.
And markets are a devolved function. First of all, that one is a whole different fight. But let's first focus on the other one.
As much as it's a whole different fight, it's also good to inform you that yours truly sits in the housing committee. And that is how today Laikipia has all the markets that it requires, because I know that's the need that we have currently. And I don't need the president to come to the ground to do that for me. What I'm telling you is there are some needs that if you, as Eric, you were explained to, you'd be like, why would we need an electric fence? You'd even think we are doing it for tourism purposes. But when you visit that ground, that is when you understand the needs of those people. I'll give you another good example.
My question is,
yes,
as the MP,
yes,
you go to Parliament and you raise this issue. And you say, because of animal encroachment into people's farms, this is the human-wildlife conflict, and this is how it's affecting the people.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yes.
You can even bring the committee responsible for a tour.
Yes.
That's a job that you do in Parliament. This president was in Laikipia during campaigns.
Yes.
This same president has been to Laikipia before. He came to launch an electric fence project.
Yes.
Now this same president is coming to inspect the completion of that project.
Right.
Come on, you're misusing a president.
No, listen, Eric.
Not even misusing
that is one of the many things he's coming to do. That is one of the many things. And it's good to also add that in the president's visit, he's also coming to reopen 9 schools that were rebuilt by the KDF because of the insecurity issues that we've had in my county.
Why does he need to come and open?
There.
Eric, it is in his visit. Those are just goodies, but part of the visit and our aim for him to come to our county is for us to, for him to understand the demographics of our county better. Recently, there was a joke going around this whole country of when the president spoke about a road and he described Tarbach, Bogadashe, all those things. I would want the president to come to Laikipia County, be able to speak about Mandanyuki-Rumuruti Road. A road that if today it was constructed, that road would connect Laikipia West, Laikipia East, and Laikipia North. That way the economy of my country would open up. That way the economy of my people would grow. So Eric, it's not about the schools, it's not about the electricity, it's not about the fence, it is about the president coming closer to my people, seeing their challenges, visualizing them. And so that when it comes to the priority list, because I must also tell you, Eric, as much as I go to the Tourism and Wildlife Committee, I'll explain to them about the electric fence. I'll explain to the committee on what are about our challenges. But at the end of the day, all those things go through budget cuts. What would make Laikipia not be that county that is going to be cut? It is out of visualizing the challenges my people have.
Right. We have to go on a short break. But Jane, unfortunately, what I'm hearing is if I don't sit on the housing committee, my people don't get markets. If the president doesn't come visit, my people don't get development, which beats the whole point.
Yeah,
we have to take a
good
short break.
books.
Yes.